Not too long ago, Memphis and Hamza seemed to be doing pretty well, but now it looks like they are over and in the middle of an intense custody battle, and you'll never believe what's going on with Memphis and Hamza. So guys, Memphis and Hamza seemed like a pretty strong couple. When the tell-all came out, they honestly seemed like they were, genuinely happy together, but things clearly haven't been perfect between them because they've since split and are now fighting over their daughter, and it's honestly been pretty wild to watch, and I was really shocked when Memphis went on her social media back in April and called herself a single mother, but things have gotten even worse since then, and apparently Memphis and Hamza are in the middle of a custody battle, and we know this thanks to Hamza's sister, who's, been talking about this pretty openly on her social media. And just a couple of weeks ago, she went on her Instagram and basically made a dig at Memphis and how she's been handling this whole situation. And, his sister asked for followers if it was normal in America when someone ignored a judge's ruling. Because in Tunisia, this would expose them to penalties. And then, she added that, she was talking about the custody situation between her brother and Memphis. And according to her, Hamza has really been suffering a lot because of this whole thing. And he hasn't seen his daughter in ages, and even though the judge said that he could visit her, because despite the judge's ruling, Memphis hasn't actually let Hamza visit their daughter, and she allegedly wouldn't even send him a picture or video of her either, and this is obviously super hard for Hamza, who just wants to see his daughter more than anything, which is his right since the judge has said that he could visit her, so I just don't understand why Memphis has been keeping him away. It really seems to me like Hamza is genuinely upset about this whole situation, and it's his child too, and she's keeping their daughter's dad away from her, and I just really like to know why. I mean, does she have a genuine reason for this, or is she just being petty? Now, his sister said that Hamza hasn't given up on seeing his daughter, and he's been trying to get through to Memphis and convince her to let him see her, and she also talked about how she and Hamza suffered a lot in their childhood, which is another reason why Hamza is so desperate to see his daughter. He clearly wants to be a good dad to her and be there for her and give her a happy childhood, but Memphis doesn't seem to agree that this is what's best for their daughter. Hamza himself has said some things about this situation and how unhappy he's been about it, and back in April, Hamza moved to Chicago and he's been living there ever since, and some people have been questioning his decision to move away. I mean, it did seem a bit weird if I'm being honest. He moved to Chicago and it seemed like he was having the time of his life there, and he just didn't seem all that broken up, but Hamza has actually been, recently addressing this issue, and he explained what's going on with him, and he said that he didn't move from Michigan to Chicago to have fun without his daughter. He didn't want to leave her behind. That was never what he wanted, but he said that he was genuinely upset about the situation, and that even if, we saw him smiling on social media and photos, behind that smile was a lot of pain, and Hamza said that he felt broken inside and that he wasn't going to be okay until he saw his daughter again, and for now, he's just trying to get through each day and ignore the pain that he's in because of the separation, and it's obvious that this whole thing between him and Memphis has really hurt him a lot, but it seems like he might be able to see his daughter sometime soon because he recently revealed that he was traveling from Chicago to Michigan, so hopefully Memphis will actually let him see their daughter this time around, and that's clearly all he wants right now, and I think this whole situation with Memphis and Hamza is just so weird. I mean, I have so many questions. I mean, like I said, they seemed really happy together at the tell-all. It looked like they dealt with most of their issues and were just one happy family, so I don't understand what happened. They seemed so happy, and suddenly they're going through this awful breakup, and Memphis isn't letting Hamza see their daughter, and it all happened so fast, and there's just so much we don't know. I mean, we know that Hamza allegedly moved out of Memphis's house because he felt insecure about her relationship with her ex-husband, and he also wanted to look for a job. And plus, Hamza's sister has some pretty interesting things about the relationship as well. She said that Hamza suffered a lot in the relationship, and he initially wanted to move with Memphis and the kids to another city, but Memphis just didn't want that, and she also apparently didn't consider Hamza's feelings about her ex at all, and even though he was pretty open about how jealous he was and how he wasn't okay with Memphis spending a lot of time in her ex's house, there's just clearly a lot that went down between them, and I really want to know more about what actually happened, but that's another thing. Hamza and Memphis apparently filmed some stuff last winter for the show, and it was most likely for Happily Ever After, which is actually airing right now. And here's the thing. We know that Memphis and Hamza aren't actually on that show, and even though they filmed stuff for what we thought for it. And I've actually seen this theory about how Kimberly and Usman weren't supposed to be on the show at all, and how they only joined the cast last minute. And if this is true, then they were definitely brought on to replace Memphis and Hamza, and I just want to know why. I mean, I want to know what happened between them. What led to their breakup? Why did Hamza move to Chicago on his own? I mean, we know some stuff from his sister, but I just really wanted to see this whole thing play out. I mean, theoretically, TLC has some of this footage because Hamza and Memphis did film for them, and as far as we know, they spent several weeks filming for the show. So why is it that they're not going to be in it? I mean, what happened? Why is there footage of them that we might not ever get to see? I mean, something must have gone pretty wrong between them since they broke up and have been arguing about custody ever since. But if TLC has that footage, why wouldn't they show it to us? And honestly, it sounds like it would make for great TV, so there must have been something else that happened, and that's why they got replaced with Kimberly and Usman, and I have no idea what this could be though, but it must have been something pretty big. Otherwise, I just can't imagine why TLC would take them off the show. But I hope we get to find out more about this situation one way or another. I just need to know how one of the happiest 90 Day Fiancé couples fell apart so quickly, and why Memphis has been keeping Hamza away from their daughter. I mean, I hope for Hamza's sake that he gets to see her soon. He seems really upset about this whole situation, and it does feel weird that the judge said that Hamza could see their daughter, but Memphis clearly doesn't care about that at all for some reason. But what do you guys think? Were you also surprised by the breakup, and why do you think Memphis has been keeping their daughter away from Hamza? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Such a weird, bizarre story that I don't know if we're ever going to get a specific answer to, honestly, unless Memphis or Hamza, come out on social media and share their side of the story, which I think is unlikely because of NDAs and whatnot. But that is just my 2 cents, guys. Put in the comments below what you guys think, and like always, do me a huge favor, hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.